Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Tanya, an engineer based in New York and Singapore, and today we're going to go through an easy, fail-proof way to add and subtract any fraction in the world. So after this video, you can solve something like this or like this in less than a minute. I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way as well, so if you're interested, then please continue to watch this video. Let's start. Let's add together 3 over 4 plus 1 over 5. Before we panic about anything, let's first draw out some bubbles. So let's draw one bubble over here and one bubble over here. First thing we're going to do is multiply out what's inside the bubbles. So 3 times 5 is 15 and 1 times 4 is 4. Next, let's add these two numbers on top to get the top part of our answer. So 15 plus 4 is 19. Now for the bottom part, all we're going to do is draw a line over here and multiply out these two numbers. So 4 times 5 equals 20. And there we have it, 3 over 4 plus 1 over 5 equals 19 over 20. Is there anything you kind of noticed about what we just did? Well, it kind of looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? So next time, if you're ever in doubt, just remember, draw a butterfly and then add the fractions from there. Let's try another one. Let's say we want to find 3 over 8 plus 1 over 4. First, let's draw out the butterfly. So let's draw a bubble around 3 over 4 and then another one around 8 and 1. Now let's multiply out 3 and 4, which is 12, and 8 and 1, which is 8. So the top number is 12 plus 8, which equals 20. For the bottom number, let's draw out a line here and multiply these two numbers. So 8 times 4 equals 32. So our answer is 20 over 32. We can stop right here because this is the correct answer, but we can actually simplify this one step further by dividing the top and bottom by the greatest common factor. I'll spend another video going on about this in detail, but for this video, let's divide it by 4, which is the greatest common factor, and that will give us an answer of 5 over 8. Woohoo! You can now add any fraction in the entire world, but there are other things you should look out for when adding fractions, so let me just go through 2 of them. Let's go back to the first problem where we found 3 over 4 plus 1 over 5. Well, what if we change the bottom number from 4 to 5? So now we're adding 3 over 5 plus 1 over 5. By the way, these bottom numbers are called the denominator, and it's a term that you're going to hear a lot. And also the top numbers are called the numerator. So because the two denominators are the same, we don't have to go through the entire process we did earlier with the butterfly, but we can simply just copy the bottom number into our answer, which is 5. And now just add the top two numbers together, which is 3 plus 1 equals 4. So 3 over 5 plus 1 over 5 equals 4 over 5. Let's do one more scenario, but this time let's change the 5 into an 8. Do you guys notice anything interesting about the two denominators this time? They're not the same, but 4 is a factor of 8, meaning you can divide 8 by 4 and get a pretty whole number. So how many times does 4 fit into 8? 2 times. And what we're going to do is multiply the top and bottom by 2. This will give us a brand new fraction of 6 over 8. Now the bottom numbers are the same again, so we can do exactly what we did just now and copy this bottom number into our answer. And now let's just add the top two numbers together to get 6 plus 1 equals 7. So the answer is 7 over 8. So just to do a little bit of a recap, if you're going through life and you come across two fractions that you have to add and you're in complete doubt what to do, the first method of drawing the butterfly will definitely work for you. But if you notice that the two numbers on the bottom or the denominators are the same, you can just copy the bottom number over and add the top two. And lastly, if you notice that one of the bottom numbers fits into the other one, you can take how many times it fits into that number, multiply the top and bottom by that, and now just solve it like you did in the second method. Before we go, I'm going to quickly go over on how to subtract fractions, because if you know how to add them, you're actually 99% there. So let's just go back to the first one again. Here is 3 over 4, but now instead of adding 1 over 5, we are subtracting 1 over 5. So what we do is actually pretty similar in the beginning. So we draw out the two bubbles, we multiply what's inside the bubbles, and then we multiply the two numbers into the answer to get 20. The only difference now is that instead of adding 15 plus 4, we now subtract 15 minus 4. So our answer will be 11 over 20. Let's try the second method where our fractions share a common denominator. So this time, instead of adding 3 plus 1, we're going to subtract 3 minus 1 to get an answer of 2 over 5. Lastly, when it comes to the third method where our denominators share a common factor, we will do all the same steps in the beginning as well, like finding how many times 4 fits into 8, which is 2, multiplying the top and bottom by 2, and then changing this fraction into 6 over 8. But now, instead of adding 6 plus 1, we're going to subtract 6 minus 1 to get 5 over 8. And there we have it. I hope this could serve as a little refresher for you on how to add and subtract fractions. And hopefully you're able to do so the rest of your life with a lot of confidence. So if you guys found this video useful, please help me out by clicking the subscribe button below. Until next time, be good to yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!